You know what? Take your victory laps, have your fun.
Take your victory laps, baby. We got the W.
He forgets that there is something even better than just that. The LoL community, who are still discovering things to this day.
To this day!
To this day.
To this day!
Oh boy. Even more hot takes from the Act-Man. I have dreaded watching this video because it was recommended to me a couple of days ago, and as some of you have asked me to watch some more of his content, I will oblige. But last time that he did this, he got in hot waters because of some TV review channel, Quantum TV, whose image I'm not going to showcase here because the guy went insane. I think he still is a bit insane, but completely abused the copyright function of YouTube and really got the Act-Man in trouble, which was not really justified. We're going to look at some gaming hot takes, and from what I see here in the thumbnails, we're also going to be talking about Elden Ring, the Polygon article that came out. So yeah, let us jump into it. Oh boy. He's front and center. Oof, this is going to be fun.
When real next-gen games come out,
yeah,
you'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody
and then
will
Elden
even
Ring
talk
won
about this
Game of the
Ever
Year.
Even mention it when we talk about the greats of this generation.
Sucker.
No Game of the Year, no real champion, just bare minimum.
I want to say one thing. It's hard not to be petty against people who are so obviously evil. So I'm indulging in this. This is not a behavior that I condone, but I'm indulging in this.
This is not a good game. It is not a 10 out of 10. No way is it anywhere near Game of the Year.
Game of the Year winner is
Elden
Ring.
Jesus.
That's what I thought!
That's what I thought.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act-Man here, and today,
Oh my god.
smell what the Act-Man's cooking. It's more terrible gaming hot takes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you ever take a fat dump on your steak before throwing it on the grill?
No.
That's what it smells like. So let's
Disgusting.
get into it, all right? What do we got today? Remember when video games had bare titties because why not? God of War used to be a series worth playing. Now Kratos has feelings.
That's kind of gay, but hey.
Remember when Kratos used to jack off after he beat every boss and you would look at some hot porn? Now this motherfucker has feelings.
No, I don't have feelings, because feelings are gay.
I've heard these takes so many times. Many after the God of War Ragnarok came out. The reviews were very odd. Some mentioning the fact that the game does not respect one's time. It's very boring, so narratively driven. I do agree that not every new game needs to be a Shakespearean tale to entice you into its story. Okay? Good old God of War was amazing. It was still deep, Kratos was still freaking sad, and there was a lot there that you can dig into if you wanted to. Of course, it was best known for its violence and the occasional clapping of cheeks, but it doesn't mean that the character wasn't tragic.
Thanks for coming back with me. You didn't have to.
I am your father. I will always help, as long as I am able.
God, what a pussy. Of course the dude got feelings. That's why he's doing any of the shit he's doing. How do you go from this to this? It's such a downgrade in sex appeal. Game Freak needs to do better when they make the new Pokemon.
Oh god. Oh no. Somebody is watching way too much Rule 34.
Sometimes I hate the gaming community. It's a fucking child's game, dude. But it's a child's game starring children. There needs to be no sex appeal, except for Cynthia and Professor Oak. I will no longer play the characters.
Hold on. That one is fair. Professor Oak, dude, he shows up after you leave. What the hell is he doing with your mom?
Of Killjoy and Raze in Valorant due to them being homosexual. Thank you for ruining my gaming experience.
This has to be a troll or a bait.
It's just like, why did they have to be gay?
Why are you gay?
Why did they have to like vagina instead of penis? Remember when we could just talk about video games and we talked about why they were bad or why they were good? Can we just go back to that? Please?
Yeah, I wish we could. it's like the fact that we are more and more acknowledging that games are also art. The more people are trying to extrapolate whatever it is that they want out of it. I think personally that it is as cringe to say that every single changes that are being applied into games are woke, as well as people who, for example, later on, as he's going to get into, calling everything like sexist or whatever. Both are bloody cringe.
If this was a Netflix show, Kratos' son would be gay and Kratos Afro-American. But since it's Amazon, I think the casting will be good, but the plot will be very disappointing. Boy, do I have news for you about who plays Kratos.
By the way, you could even go even further and say that, well, Loki was gender fluid. He banged even animals, so you do whatever you want with it. A lot of people are always arguing about the accuracy of the law.
Fucking got him. Gamers be like, we need to reduce crunch in development and complain when devs do something that reduces their workload. People who complain about crunch are just incels who hate on The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, okay.
That's gotta be, that's the most obvious troll I've ever seen.
I doubt that many gamers do really care about crunch. Like, there may be like a good sum of people who are very vocal about wanting crunch to be over. We've seen that in Red Dead Redemption, for Rockstar, and so many other companies, even Ubisoft. Goddamn Ubisoft, man. Let's not even get there. But I think that it became much more about just a game coming out. And whatever feeling they get out of it, they'll just deal with it. We've seen Pokemon Scarlet. Broken ass game, but people still loved it. Didn't care if it was rushed or whatever happened.
Someone sent me this image. My love for Blizzard games outweighs my dislike of
Oh, dude.
sound of The other thing is, I don't know anyone personally that was harmed, so I couldn't care any less. I also pre-ordered those games before any of this came to light. Where to begin? I don't know who on God's green earth could have written this, but they clearly wrote it to justify whatever purchases or time they spend playing Blizzard games. It's like, you don't have to justify it.
No,
just because some
play the
bad shit
fucking
happened doesn't mean you are morally reprehensible for playing a game. It's up to you if you want to boycott the company or not. I respect it either way. But like, you don't have to justify that by saying, well, I don't know anyone who was sexually assaulted at Blizzard, so fuck them. What? Elden Ring's Millennia embodies From Software's problems with women. Knock knock. Who's there? Polygon. Polygon
of course.
Poly gonna give you another bad article to read. Why do FromSoft games always bring out like the worst opinions in everyone? So it talks about Millennia, Blade of Mikola. This enigmatic warrior captured the audience from the moment she appeared, and she featured prominently in the rest of the game's marketing. But instead of becoming an uncontested favorite, she frustrated fans and revealed the limitations of From Software's imagination.
The second to most recognized character in Elden Ring, beside of course Margaret Thatcher, whose very quote is like sunk into people's head, lay those I'm not going to say that because it's probably going to traumatize some people right now.
This is a critique I have never once heard before. I mean, I've heard people complain that Millennia is a hard fight, maybe too hard for some. Definitely not me.
Summons.
But I've never heard someone describe it as unimaginative. It's such a legendary, iconic boss fight of the game.
Yeah, as soon as she blooms.
Like, they made a freaking statue of her. Millennia exemplifies the way FromSoft writes women in its games. Whether bosses or NPCs you meet in the wild, these women have a shared condition. They exist in tragically declined worlds, so like every character.
Yes, everyone in every FromSoft game, regardless of gender. Can we all agree that just about every character in the Souls games have like an aptitude or at least are a representative of some form of crippling depression, except for Patches, because fuck that guy.
In From Software games, sharing a specific brokenness, disfigurement, abandonment, and loss. So like every character in From Software games. They are afflicted by gender? Afflicted by gender. And the cure for when they are obstacles instead of mutely helpful is for the player to enact succinct violence. What the fuck?
Yeah, okay, so when I first saw this article, right, I skimmed through it and I thought to myself, what an eloquently well-worded gurgle of word vomit. Like, it's like somebody left out the best year of high school, came out, failed themselves, and was like, okay, so to prove all those humaniora that I learned, those language classes, let me write some shit.
What the fuck is that sentence? What? You killed a bad guy. Bad guy could be a dude, could be a dude melded together with a dragon. Bad guy could be a giant knight. That giant knight could be a chick, it could be a dude. You killed a bad guy. The broader gaming community usually reacts harshly towards female characters. I think just the dumb parts of the gaming community.
Female protag, hard pass, sorry the woke. Oh god, this is just what the hell. I always wonder, do these people ever play the games? No, like I really want to know. Now, I understand one thing, that people have been conditioned enough, that they have seen so many of these companies trying to push some agendas, trying to virtue signal for most of the time, and then replacing a character, a male character, into a female one, thus conditioning them to just be on the defensive, calling everything woke. But that's just as stupid as the person who is writing this article right now.
Community, or maybe you could change this to say that the broader gaming community usually reacts harshly to poorly written characters. But then again, some people also call female protagonists woke, which is also dumb. But that's like two sides of the same stupidity spectrum. It's like gamers don't like female characters, and having a female character is woke. It's like they're both equally dumb, which makes the Soulsborne community's embrace of female characters feel positive on the surface. When that attraction feels based on that empty, emotionless state or reduces them to infantilized waifus, you realize that hostility and that fondness spring from the same deep sexist roots, twins intertwined. Okay.
Infantilized? What? Do you know the variety of female characters that there are in Elden Ring? There are more infantilized males in Elden Ring than there are females, dude. Who is this person? What about the very first boss, Margit, who suffers from the goddamn crippling depression that he got because he was born an omen, locked on the ground, never got to see the light of the sun. Okay, he became the Lord of Lindell later on, the Elden Lord, to protect the tree. Or his brother Moog, who got to find himself another mom. Dude.
Okay, so a lot to unpack here. What I will say is the article's very well written. It has big words. I'm not saying it's good or I agree, but, you know,
definitely.
Homie's been reading a thesaurus. But, like, how From Software writes women. I mean, Firekeepers, yeah, they're kind of similar, but you can make that point.
It's a purpose.
But they're all, like, motherly figures to represent the comfort of the hub zones, which are typically an escape or refuge from the harsh environments outside. Oh! What the fuck? What the fuck? What? So yeah, it helps to have someone like mother you and cradle you.
Oh no.
I'm not sure what the point is or why Millennia Blade of Mikola is used as an example. This article comes across like a kid fresh out of college who's trying to prove themselves with what they think are mind-blowing assertions, but it's really just a bunch of dumb shit. From Software's female characters who deviate from this quiet, doll-like appearance are still written with a lack of emotionality, which feels close to masculine stoicism. Okay, so we can't have strong female protagonists. Because it's too masculine? Is that what you're saying? What? Why am I reading this? Soulsborne games are infamous for challenging their audiences and over the years have attracted a particular kind of player base, often men. What are you even upset about?
Oh, okay. This one hurts to even read. One of the most impressive runs that I've seen was somebody using like a dance pad, her feet, to play the game. Or another one who was using an instrument. female gamers who did something so absurdly difficult that I can only dream about it. What the
What are you butthurt about? I don't get it. Millennia's boss fight is punishingly difficult, and the audience's hostility and competitive attitudes about it are often steeped in gendered toxicity. How? Numerous Reddit posts, YouTube videos, and tweets talk about players' failures or successes while littered with sexist slurs, and one of these links goes to a search result on Twitter for millennia, bitch.
This is the laziest, the absolute laziest thing that I've ever seen. Oh, they weren't that high to begin with. Reddit posts they used to illustrate misogyny had 34 liked and called millennia a bitch. The horror.
What is the... How can you be so good with words yet so dumb? People also fell back into the usual community discourse about which methods of beating her were more valid and which ones made you a pussy. And success over her took on a weird masculinized chest.
Somebody clearly doesn't know how it is the difficulty level works. FromSoft made one of the most difficult yet also most easy game that existed there. Use a spirit summon. You can just relax and let it do its thing. Blast her to the face. This person is one of the prime example, unfortunately, of gaming journalism being bad.
Beating at times. I beat millennia, no summons. Me have the biggest penis. Women suck. Is that what you think we are? Is that what you think we're doing? When faced with a difficult, defiant woman who has never been beaten, men cannot help but fantasize about being the one to take her down.
Do you know how she took down one of the most powerful men in the game? When she was almost being defeated, she gave him super AIDS. Did you write that in your article?
Or maybe someone just wants to beat the hard boss, cause it's a hard boss. Why is it men? Women can like these games too, you jack off. Women continue to populate the path as either passive helpmeets or predictable obstacles, which the fan base is all too happy to step over. I feel like every single complaint this person has, or point they're trying to make, could be applied to men as well. They either help you or they don't. Speaking of Elden Ring, it recently won Game of the Year. And you know who wasn't too thrilled about that?
Hey, yo, so the Game Awards
He's back! He's back!
just ended, and Elden Ring took Game of the Year, and
You can see
Oh no, his YouTube Voldemort.
it in his face. He is still so salty about it.
I'm gonna say this right now. I don't know how a game that didn't have any memorable characters that anybody could bond with.
Must extinguish thy flame. I command thee now. You are maidenless.
I am Melania.
Blade of
Nicola.
The only thing this game had was difficulty, and if you add an easy mode, half the player base would disappear, but okay, whatever, yeah, that's Game of the Year.
Oh my god, dude, he's so butthurt. Why are you so butthurt about it?
The further we get down the years, it's just not gonna be what people are expecting. It's not.
What? Bro, did you just listen to a single word you just spewed out of your mouth? It's Game of the Year 2022. So next year is not going to be Game of the Year? Oh, I wonder why.
Not gonna continue that same energy, bro, but hey.
You made this prediction like 10 months ago when it came out, and you were wrong as shit, dog. You were so wrong.
No Game of the Year, no real champion, just bare minimum. When real next-gen games come out, you'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody will even talk about this game. Ever even mention it when we talk about the greats of this generation.
Elden Ring!
That is a fact when the next generation cycle is said and done. Don't forget it, and remember I said it on this day.
I'll take things that aged poorly for 500.
Let's see what happens in 2023. How many of these Souls players will still be playing that game? Probably fucking zero, but okay, let's play the game.
Yeah, it was okay. It was Game of the Year this year, but what about 2023, huh? What about
DLCs are coming?
Is it gonna be Game of the Year then?
And you know what? Take your victory laps, have your fun.
Take your victory laps, baby. We got the W.
he forgets that there is something even better than just that. The LoL community, who are still discovering things to this day. To this day! To this day! To this day! Finding new stuff within the game that nobody knows about. It's like the cycle of Souls-like games. They last you just slightly enough until the next one comes by. So don't worry, Mr. Quantum. We'll be there.
We got it. Look at that. That's the freshest dub ever.
Whatever, Elden Ring Game of the Year, but we all know what happened, man. It ain't really a Game of the Year.
It ain't really a Game of the Year. It was, but it ain't really.
Nobody's going to be playing that game. Bro, the game has already lost traction. It's already losing players.
Well,
what's wrong with his eyes?
Kill themselves. Let's hear more of Mr. TV's reactions to the Game Awards.
Now, as far as Game Awards and all that other stuff, I've had a lot of fun trolling a lot of the Elden Ring players. I think for me, it's been a very fun experience, I would say.
Has it?
You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right?
It has been pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't fun for me, but it is now.
The biggest thing is just how easily they offend. They kind of make it easy to farm them for views, and I can say that shamelessly because they shamelessly attack other people that don't want to play the...
Okay, hold on. I get it. There are YouTubers who do that. Who would make that type of content just to farm for views. As I've mentioned, the God of War ones. I'm not too sure, actually, because contrarians exist on the platform who just do that for the views, right? Who say that they dislike a game or that a game is just bad because it gets them the view counter going on. On the other hand, there are just those who are just fucking dumb, okay? Who have lost it and have no other resort but to keep playing the game that they jumped into. Or else they have no other choice. I think you are in that other category.
The trial and error simulator that is their Game of the Year, which is fantastic, but it kind of leads me into like, the Game Awards kind of was rigged.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, we all know the true winner was
my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill
Clinton. It was either going to be God of War or Elden Ring, because those are the two most popular games right now.
January 6th is very close.
Don't say it.
Can we expect him to show at the FromSoft headquarters and be like, this election was rigged? You did not win the election.
And the thing that held God of War back is it just didn't launch as early as Elden Ring to move as many units, to pick up as much press or whatever, and...
Wasn't God of War Ragnarok like one of the fastest selling PlayStation games ever made?
Yeah, no, quite the opposite.
Yeah, it was.
I was pretty much like, yo, this game kind of sucks, I fucking hate it kind of thing. And then I saw the responses I was getting on my initial review. A lot of the people that were attacking were a lot of the socially awkward weirdos.
Look at all these socially awkward weirdos that like Elden Ring and attacking me because they don't have social skills.
I think that's just ridiculous. While there are people who would make an entire game their whole personality, that does not make the criticism invalid. Keep that in mind.
They have no family, no friends, no life.
I'm never gonna like the game because I think, frankly, it would not have killed the developers to have respect for new players. Like, it takes 2 seconds to add a difficulty toggle.
It takes 2 seconds to add a difficulty toggle. You don't have to retool every encounter and just lower the numbers. That's it.
Somebody who has an easier life, who doesn't maybe have so much bullshit to deal with, they're not gonna care. They're gonna be, oh gosh, you're giving...
What do you mean? Then don't play the game.
Give me a challenge. I live a boring life. Fantastic.
My life is so boring. If only fate would come along and fuck me in the ass.
With the Elden Ring gamers that try to troll or whatever from time to time, and from me, I am an adult and I do have responsibilities outside of YouTube and outside of video games and all that.
Now that is a fact. At least he said one thing that's correct. He is an adult.
This other stuff. So people, when they hear that, they just, sometimes when they don't have those things, it's a disconnect for them. They're like, what do you mean you're busy with other stuff?
He's still basically reiterating if you like this game, you probably have no family, no friends, no life. He's still saying the same shit, dude.
So I think that's the first problem. The second problem with Elden Ring, I think, is the graphics.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Here we go again.
The graphics are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit. The
The graphics are dog shit.
In the beginning, like when I first started Elden Ring and I was playing it, and I was like, man, this game kind of sucks. And then once I saw it was about 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds, like, oh, okay, I was like,
Asmund is
okay,
not
I see what
25.
This is a bunch of kids living with their parents. This is what they do to challenge themselves outside of taking out the trash.
Bro just can't stop.
Oh man, he's so hurt.
Shade.
Stop it.
You guys will see. It'll be very fun for me next year. More TVs. You guys helped us fund Quantum TV by literally just trolling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get some
is this
help.
video about the Game Awards or how much money you make?
Everybody who has been coming on and who have been ratioing, it's like, you've really done nothing but like literally just put money in my pocket, bro, like all day.
I can't watch anymore.
When GTA 6 was announced and they said they were going to have a female protagonist, again, people just kind of like lost their shit for no reason. You know, this is kind of where I draw the line when they start saying that Rockstar, the Rockstar Games, out of all companies, is going to start being woke. So this will be GTA.
I guess that most people forgot that, like, if you want to call that woke, look about all the things that came before. Go and analyze those. Jeez, I did install GTA 4 this summer. Played to Liberty City and I was listening to Liberty Radio. Dude, the stuff that they discuss there, they make fun of right-wingers so much. So fucking much there. So if you want to call these woke, call the other one woke as well. Because it was there. You just didn't see it because it was not the climate back then.
6, the woke edition. Bro, game's not even out. It's got a woman in it. How is that woke? Now, if they start saying we're trying to be more politically correct in GTA 6, then maybe we can start going down that woke route. Bro, I mean, I would be shocked if Rockstar of all companies went woke. Or if they were like, nope, you can't kill hookers anymore.
The guys who literally put a feminist in front of what was it? The town hall in Red Dead Redemption 2. The lady who got abused so much by game metrics, that is. But they did that on purpose.
Can't kill women. You know, it's no.
Yeah,
dude,
you can only kill
Rockstar
men.
Games have always pushed the boundaries. They do whatever they want and they get away with it, and they always have and they always will.
Yeah.
Female protag, hard pass. Sorry, the woke crowd ruined it by shoving it down our throats for the past few years. Bye. Okay, it's like, yeah, you can make fun of woke stuff. It does get annoying and tiresome, but that fucking Millennia article is kind of right sometimes. Like. Dumbasses just don't like female protagonists for whatever reason. I don't get it. Dude, calling everything sexist is just as cringe as calling everything woke.
Thank
you. Can we
you.
agree on that? Like,
yep.
Can we at least try to have some, like, reasonable common sense?
No.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet criticism makes money.
There are still a large number of people that are shitting on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the Nintendo Switch in general. Yeah, I know, believe it or not, pretty crazy that they're milking the hell out of shitting on Nintendo. But hey, content's content.
What? I'm not even going to comment on that one. That was just surprisingly dumb.
Content's content. Yeah, it's YouTube, man. Something bad? Hey, look, that thing's bad. Here's my video on it. Something's awesome? Hey, that thing's awesome. Here's my video on it.
That's what a video game critic does.
Yeah, we make videos.
These experts, these social media influencers, these YouTubers, they have no merit. They have no ground.
No merit, no ground. I showed the gameplay of Scarlet and Violet. I think it speaks for itself.
He's in the ground.
That's my merit. I've played Pokemon since Red and Blue, literally since the 90s.
There are people who've gone out and played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet after knowing it was a massive glitchy mess, knowingly paid $60 for this game, and then turned around and spent hours on a review just to shit on it. They weren't sent a pre-copy. They weren't sent a copy ahead of time.
People that get pre-copies don't shit on games like that.
No.
What? So you're upset that people are making bad reviews of a game like a month or two after it came out? Well, genius. Not everybody shits out a video in one day, okay? Sometimes it takes time. Maybe I don't want to play the game right away. Maybe a buddy convinces me.
They weren't sent a pre-copy. They weren't sent a copy ahead of time. They didn't buy the game, play it day one, and make a review, and it was out within the first week.
What does the timing have to do with anything? Of course people are going to be negative.
Dude, what do you think? That most people are like a multi-million-dollar channel like IGN, you can only review a game so much. You have to spend 2 hours. Dude, I made a video earlier this week that I posted. Got demonetized, unfortunately, because, I don't know, perhaps some spicy edit in there, about Bayonetta, a game that I went back to and tried to play. But I had planned on doing this for so long, but it takes time. Especially when you want to make your own content. Those of you out there who are going to complain about the fact that I do reaction videos.
It's like it's the internet.
These are individuals who will literally go out, buy the game, just to make content on it because it's trendy.
Why is it trendy? Is it because the game looks like this? Because that might be a good reason.
When they do these videos on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch and just shit all over it, say, oh, it's so underpowered, it's so garbage, it's so junk, it makes me think to myself, well, now, you know, this isn't a day one thing, so why are you doing this?
Remember, fellas, you can only criticize a game if you played it day one and reviewed it in one day. Bro, it's like I bought the game, I didn't play it for a bit, and then I played it, and then I was like, oh, this is really bad. So I made a video on it. It ain't that deep.
What do you gain by spending $60 on a game a month later after the game is released? Will you gain views? You gain content. Why would you make a video, a review? Why would you give a company $60 of your hard-earned money? Why would you spend $250 to $300 on a game console when you know, one, it's extremely underpowered?
Why would I spend money on a game console? Because I bought it 5 years ago.
You've had plenty of time in advance to know about the exact product you're purchasing. You still do it all. You do all of it. And then turn around and spend hours on a review just to shit all over it.
Oh, okay. If I had a bike-centric channel, I would have made a good and relatable joke right now. But yeah, I can't because that's literally what I experience all the time within the cycling world. But never mind.
Why did I spend money on a game to review it? Because I'm not gonna steal it. Well, folks, it's been an interesting year, hasn't it? We've seen a lot of great video games and a lot of bad hot takes. That's about all I can handle right now. I'm gonna go get some bleach and pour it into my eyes now. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out.
Yeah.
Peace!
Yep, these were in fact some very hot takes. I can't believe that some people really have that kind of thought. But I don't blame them though. It's part of the ecosystem, unfortunately, that we kind of all have to deal with. We just need to figure out how much we want to be affected by comments and trends and all that stuff. But yeah, this was even more terrible gaming hot takes from the Act Man. Thank you guys for checking out this video, and hopefully you got a little bit more of insight here and you enjoyed this. Of course, please do go and subscribe to his channel and like this very video. And that said though, if you like this one, give it a like as well, and I see you guys in the next one.